Hey, what's up? I'm Makai Block with Limitless North. Thank you for watching. I just want to talk with you a little bit about procrastination and how to avoid procrastination in your life. But not so much how to avoid it, but how to actually achieve what's in your mind instead of pushing it off. See, a lot of the times you'll have something in your mind. You'll have a couple of big picture ideas in your head that you're just like, I want to do those things, but it's not the right time. I'm either not feeling right for it, I'm not feeling up to it, it's gonna take too much time, I've got all these other things on my mind. I'll push that off until a later date. But we never go back and get them done, or we push it off for weeks, and weeks can become months. And before you know it, the end of the year is here, and it's like, man, I never got those things done that I meant to do. So how do we take these things out of our mind and make them something that we actually accomplish? How do we stop this process of procrastination? Well, I have 3 steps for you that I think are incredibly crucial. The first is to actually formulate a vision for what you want your life to look like. These thoughts, these things that you want to accomplish, play a role in something that you're trying to make of yourself, to make for your life, to see happen in your life, or one of those, something along those lines. So figure out what that is. What does this contribute to that I'm trying to see happen in my life? And make a big picture, a big vision for where you're trying to go. And if you can associate these steps that you have in your mind, these goals or these big picture things in your mind with that vision, and place importance on them, all of a sudden they can become a priority for you. So write out what that vision is. What is it that you want to be in life? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? What kind of success do you want to see? How do these steps relate to that? What does that life look like? And the more detailed you can make it, the more you can visualize how these things contribute to your big vision and identify what that big vision is in a very deep way, all of a sudden there's going to be this link of importance. So these things that we're pushing off become urgent almost. So that's number 1. Number 2 is take them and write them down so that you can actually see them, so that you can look at them. So while you're writing, you're visualizing them. And then break them down into smaller steps. The smaller the steps that you can make for each one of these goals in your mind, the better off you're going to be. Because oftentimes they just seem too big. We know that we want to accomplish something, but it just is like we never have the time to tackle the whole thing, and so we're never going to even start on it until it's a convenient day. We may want to take a Saturday and just push everything else aside, and I'll work on it then. But we don't work on the weekends, like we go have fun, or we do this or that, and we just continue to procrastinate it and push it off. So the smaller you can break it down into steps, the more you can accomplish one part of it. Because you might have 20 free minutes, but the whole task seems just too big to even get started on, and you have all these other things on your mind. But now you've written it down, you've made it important, you see why it's important and what it's going to contribute to your vision. And now you're breaking it down into the smallest possible steps. So you may have 5 steps underneath it that you're like, I could knock that one out in 10 minutes or in 5 minutes. So now all of a sudden, it's on your mind as an important thing that you want and need to get done, and it's a little bit more prominent and urgent than it was before. And now you have 5 or 6 or 10 steps that you're like, I'm going to do 1 or 2 of those right now in this free time that I have. And as you begin to knock off the smaller parts of those steps, the more you're going to see the entire vision of that become attainable and achievable. And that's going to spur you on, that's going to motivate you, it's going to inspire you, it's going to encourage you to continue working on that. And so if you can break it down into small steps and just get started, that momentum will carry you through until you see the entire thing completed. Now all of a sudden we've taken them from our minds as this just abstract concept. We've written it down very clearly and specifically. We've broken it down into steps. We've associated it with importance and a vision. And we start knocking those little steps out of place. And so next time that you find yourself with a little bit of time on your hands and you have some big things in your mind that you're like, I just have been pushing those off. Well, do what I've said. Associate it with a vision, write it down so you can see it, break it into steps, and then just go achieve those little steps. Put one of them into action. Start on it, begin to process through each one of those little steps, and you may knock out 3 or 4 steps at a time, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, wow, I'm actually getting closer to having this accomplished. So that's my advice for you on avoiding and kind of conquering procrastination. I'd love to hear what you're struggling with. What are you procrastinating on? And then if you do these steps, how do you associate it with a vision? Like, what vision are you associating it with? And then how have you written it down and made smaller steps out of it? I want to hear how you've conquered this, how you've really taken action on these things, and how you've started to move closer to what your vision in life is for yourself. Thank you for watching. I'm Makai Block with Limitless North. If you got value out of this, would you subscribe to the channel so that I can continue to share amazing content with you? Would you also leave a comment? Let's engage with each other, because if you're watching this, I care about you. I really do want to get to know you and to add value into your life. My life has changed because I've learned some amazing things, and I want to pass those things on to you, because if I can help you achieve success in your life, that's amazing. So leave some comments. Let's engage with one another. I do want to know what you're wrestling with so that I can add some knowledge, some advice, some value, some skills to that. And together we can begin to see success in all of our lives. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.